Well, definitely an interesting week of weather here in central and eastern Kentucky, running the gamut almost of all four seasons. A few days ago, we had snow, and now we're back in the 70s. And for late October, a delightful weekend of weather on the way. The only downside, of course, that elevated fire danger will be with us, given the dry ground, the wind, and the lower humidity. But some much needed rain on the horizon into the middle part of next week. We had a few high thin clouds drifting through here on a Max HD radar and satellite, but otherwise a dandy day out there. Just beautiful right now. Bluegrass Care Navigator, Skyview HD Camera Network, Richmond EKU. Big homecoming weekend down in Madison County, and ideal weather for it. 70. We got south winds still 10 to 15 as the sun sets here within the hour. We'll begin to back those down, but they will stay up enough to actually hold our temperatures up slightly. We're in the upper 60s and low 70s, or at least 70-ish, and you see about 10 to 13 or 14 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. It's all due to high pressure setting over the Carolinas, and this thing really isn't going anywhere, and that's really going to set us up for kind of a postcard weekend for the latter part of October. Again, a few high thin clouds sticking around here and there, but most locations, I think down south in the east in the mid to upper 40s, probably around 50 or so tomorrow morning, and then afternoon highs will run into the mid 70s, so looking good, and that will carry over for the second half of the weekend. So from start to finish, it's going to be pretty ideal. Upper 70s, feeling good with that south wind, and the high still hangs in, and we could actually make a run toward the 80-degree mark. Yes, on Monday, less than a week after we had that bit of snow earlier in the week. There's some moisture much needed out to the west, and everything's lining up more looking like a Tuesday night and Wednesday event here as this system moves on through. And just looking at the bigger picture down the road, we may have a little more of an active pattern, which is good news. We need to get some rain and some water in the ground. Southeastern Kentucky, okay, drought monitor in tan. That's a moderate drought, and you see all the counties, especially in western Kentucky, in orange. And what we have here in the bluegrass region, these are all the counties with burn bans. So just use some common sense this weekend. And obviously don't do any outdoor burning, even in those counties that are not under that ban. Mostly clear, pleasant tonight, 50 here in the bluegrass, mid to upper 40s elsewhere. Nice looking Saturday for everything going on. Tons of festivals. Of course, Keeneland's running. We mentioned EKU's homecoming. Couldn't dial it up any better. And that's going to continue into the early part of next week. A few more clouds around on Tuesday ahead of that system, but still into the upper 70s. Much needed rain, maybe a rumble of thunder or two on Wednesday, and we'll cool down a little bit, but actually back to around average next Thursday and Friday with highs in the mid to upper 60s.